Hello and welcome to the Pretty Good Podcast. Let us get your morning, afternoon, early afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, late evening, and or night, late night, early morning, whatever time it is. Let's make it pretty good, shan't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, chance.
Mm-hmm. What's been?
Been pretty good. Just I've been listening to Be Water, My Friend, the teachings and writings of Bruce Lee, as written by Shannon Lee. I listened to like the whole book. I listened to it on audiobook.
Really?
Did I say read?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
Or maybe.
Okay, I hope I didn't, because I've been listening to it. But I started listening to it like right before Christmas, and I just finished it like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome. And I'm going to probably start listening to it like on a weekly to like maybe daily basis, because like the teachings of Bruce Lee, dude.
What have you learned?
A lot of it is about like perspective and just like not basically. A lot of it kind of aligns with the 4 agreements, if you've read that, which is like one of the big ones is don't make assumptions and don't take things personally. And so, you know, like never assume like that someone is acting in malice, you know, and stuff like that. And then like a lot of it is about perseverance and like not being afraid to be bad at stuff or not be liked. And just like overcoming, you know, obstacles. And like a lot of, and then obviously you have like the classics, you know, like the Be Water, My Friend, let yourself like flow like water and fill the container. And then there's some other good ones like, you know, don't go into things with a full cup, which means like, you know, we all have these preconceived notions and like what we think we know about stuff, about anything we do. And so it's mainly about just kind of like being humble and pouring some of like what you think you know out of your cup so that you have room for new information to fill the cup and stay in the cup, right? And it doesn't just overflow like, you know, how people tell you things and it just goes, you know, in one ear and out the other because you think I know better. I've been doing this for a certain amount of time. And it's like, you know, in reality, like everyone could have a new perspective on something and like be able to teach you something. Just also being more like actionable and like taking little steps, right? Instead of like Shannon talks about like in her personal journey a lot about how she struggles with this like overwhelming feeling of like there's so much to do, how do I even start on it? And I think that's something that I feel like a lot, and like you just let stuff build up and then like eventually you're just kind of like being drowned. But it's like, you know, take action to do a small thing and let that momentum build up, you know, and like then that can work itself into other things, right? And so, you know, you might not be able to go for like a super long run right now because you're not in shape, but like you can go for a walk around the block, or, you know, go or do 5 push-ups, you know, or like simple stuff like that just like, you know, taking the small actions will lead to like taking the bigger actions in the future, and like trying to live more presently also. So it's just got a ton of like really good information that everyone can kind of learn from and abide by and just like use to think in their everyday life about like how to get through things a little easier, I think. And she talks a lot about grief because like if anyone knows the story of like the Lees, like, you know, about how Bruce Lee died at 32, you know, and she was like 7 and Brandon was like in a teenager, and then like Brandon Lee getting shot on the set of The Crow, and dying there, like in like what was supposed to be his kind of like breakthrough film, you know. So like she knows how to get through like tragedy and like grief and stuff, and she talks, you know, just a lot about like kind of the different tools that she was able to find in like her dad's teachings and stuff, and apply it in like less of like because it like when you think about Bruce Lee, you think like, oh, he was so like hardcore, you know, like did all this like crazy amounts of stuff, and it's like, yeah, he was, but he was also like a person, and he got upset and like angry at himself and like frustrated with not being able to excel at things quickly, or, you know, stuck in certain places. And That's like what a lot of his writings are about, and like it gives you like a more real picture of like Bruce Lee as a person instead of like this fucking kind of like deity, like unattainable goal of a person, you know, who just worked so hard and was like so prolific and, you know, the kung fu space and like the movie space and like breaking barriers for Asian people when it comes to like being in film and in mainstream Hollywood, you know, during like a time where a lot of people were still recovering from like super bad racism from World War II and like Vietnam, you know, still happening. So it's just like a really, really good book and like kind of philosophy thought process almost.
I feel like I just got the Tubi version of it.
That's kind of what that felt like.
Okay. So
sorry for the word vomit. I've just been wanting to talk about this for a while now.
Yeah, no, that sounds. I mean, I don't think I need to read it anymore, or listen to it. What of these things have you learned and have implemented and have seen a result in it in your everyday real life? Wade. Oh, it's fucking stupid. I didn't listen to a fucking word. Oh, don't be a dick. He was trying his best, okay? Be water. You should know you fucking are a duck.
Yeah, Wade.
With rain boots for some fucking reason. Your body's waterproof. Anyways, what have you done? Stop. Don't say anything, Wade. Just listen. Observe. Be humble.
One thing that I started doing in the last couple weeks is I like noticed that I was really inactive for a couple months just from being depressed and stuff. And so I just like, you know, about a year ago, I was doing like 20 to 30 mile bike rides every day and like was in really good shape. And now I'm at a point where like a 2 to 5 mile ride, like really fucking is hard on me. And, so that's been like almost depressing in itself and like kept me from going out. 'Cause it's like, if I can't perform at the ability that I once knew, like what's even the fucking point? And that's a really stupid way of thinking. And so like one thing that book taught me is like a lot of times I'll lock myself up in the house, so, like working on stuff and just like won't let myself leave. And so I'll just like I've started like doing this almost every day except for the day that it was like snowing because I just wanted a lazy day. But I've been going for a walk every day. Like every morning I'll make some coffee and I'll walk. I'll choose a different like street that I haven't been down and I'll go walk like, you know, anywhere from like a mile to like 5. And I also have been just trying to write down my thoughts more, and because I'll go through phases of journaling where I'll be like really good about it for a couple weeks and then I'll just like not touch a journal for like a month and I'll get good about it again. So I've been trying to just like consistently every like night before I go to bed write what I did that day, so that I don't fucking forget things like I constantly do. And both of those have made huge impacts in just like 4 days to a week of implementing them. Like in terms of just feeling better, with the walks, like I feel so much better and I don't get in this like weird like thought loop process of like, that I get into a lot with just random shit. And I've noticed I've been like doom scrolling a lot less. And just being outside is fucking nice, dude. Looking at the sky and the air and trees and houses and, you know,
waving at neighbors.
Yeah. And you see things that you wouldn't see. And, you know, it helps you get out of your bubble.
Yeah, man. When you feel good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you look good.
That's facts. That's so facts.
And that's good. Well, cool, dude.
Thanks, man. What have you been up to?
I haven't been being wet like you, but what have I been up right now? To? What? No, it's water.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that. I was just also saying.
Oh.
I'm sweating.
Nice.
But this shirt is sick because you can't really see that I'm pitting out too bad.
Yeah. Get pitted.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. I didn't have anything to say. What have I been doing? I don't know, dude. I wrote an hour that I want to do.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, I learned that pretty much every Christmas song from before the 1900s doesn't have any copyright or royalty things, so anyone can make a Christmas album.
Anything older than 75 years.
Yeah. So we can do covers.
There was a guy made a video that was like everything that enters public domain this year. Yeah. And I have it in my like watch later because I want to go through it and be like, what can we make pretty good?
Worse.
Yeah. Well, it's already good that we can throw a pretty in front of.
Winnie the Pooh.
Ooh. Mickey Mouse, but from the tugboat one. Just the
Tugboat
Steamboat
Mickey Mouse?
Willie. Just Steamboat Willie.
What's that?
That's like the first Mickey Mouse cartoon where he's like on the boat. And he's driving the tugboat.
Who would you let your wife's hall pass be?
Whoever my wife's hall pass is.
Who would you allow?
Who would I want it to be?
Yes.
Is a better way to phrase that question.
Okay, man. You knew what I meant.
Okay. Kyle Mooney.
Correct. Okay. That's all I wrote down.
Do you like hikes?
Like in football?
No. Like a walk in the woods.
Yeah.
I like hikes too. For a long time I thought I didn't.
Yeah.
Like I think this was because when I was younger, hiking just seemed boring. Kind of. But every time I would go on a hike, you know, I'm having fun, I'm running around the woods, I'm like doing, you know, a little bit more than just hiking, right? Like, but I've been on a few hikes recently. When I first moved to Boise, my mom bought me this book, Exploring Greater Boise, The Hiker's Guide. And I've been on a lot of the trails mountain biking, but I haven't like gone through the book really. Mm-hmm. And there are like 50, 60 something hikes in here.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to do every single hike in this book this year and do a pretty good vlog about every single one?
No.
Okay.
I only trek.
You're a trekker.
I will not hike.
You're
but
a
I'll
trekker.
trek for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. What's
I'll
the
do that.
difference?
I don't know. I feel like trekking, you have a pole.
I think
I know they're called like hikers poles. But that just seems way more like a trek thing.
So you don't want to do all these?
I'm saying
There's 64 of them.
I'm down to go to those places, but I'm not hiking there. I'm trekking.
You're trekking. Yeah. Okay. Trek all these?
Sure.
Okay.
That's how you should have phrased that question.
Yeah. My bad. All right, guy. Who thinks he gets to allow his wife to do things?
What? You said I should rephrase the. Now my wife that doesn't exist is what? Oh wait, the hall pass thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you went deeper than me. All right.
But they're all like categorized in like groups of area, right? So we could like pick an area each like month or whatever and tackle them.
We're gonna track.
We could tackle the treks.
Yeah, dude. That sounds fun. What are some like key highlight points of a close place?
So like the closest places are all just on the front, and it's all probably trails that you've ran, like the Polecat Loop Trail over off Hill Road.
What's there to look for?
Well, like animal wise,
I don't know what animals.
birds, and ferrets.
There's not ferret. You're probably.
You
not,
can find ferrets, dude.
You're probably not gonna see a ferret.
Dakota had a mink that killed like all of his chickens a couple weeks ago.
That's a different animal.
It's this type of ferret.
I don't think.
It's in the Ferridalia family.
Okay,
I made that up.
You don't call a pig a bear.
Okay, but you do call...
You don't make a ferret coat.
A raccoon a bear.
No, you don't.
It's in the RCA family, bro.
Well, yeah, but like...
That's the bear fam.
Yeah, so is a pig. And a ferret and a mink might be in the same family, but you call them different things because one makes coats.
What are they? The little guys?
A weasel?
No, the little ones in McCall. Ermines.
An ermine?
Have you ever heard of an ermine? They're like tiny little fucking ferret types, but they're like pound for pound the deadliest hunter on the planet. They fucking murk other little creatures and like things bigger than them and stuff, and they're so fast. They're all over McCall, and
what do they look like?
they look like tiny little in the winter.
Do you have a thing?
In the wintertime, they're tiny little like white. They're white. And in the summer they're brown, but they just look like little tiny weasels or ferrets. Or it's also called a stoat.
A stoat?
Yeah, but here let me find the one in Idaho.
How have I not seen one of these?
Mustela ermania, Idaho fishing game. Here we go. What do you mean resource not found?
IDFG.
These bastards. I can see the meta.
AF.
What? Idaho fishing game. If you need help with your website, let me know. Oh, here's the 3 types of weasels in Idaho and how to tell the difference.
Holler.
They have little black tips on their tails.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen those at Brundage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're all over the hill. And their little pink noses, they're like painfully cute little creatures when you see photos of them. But when you see them kill something, dude, holy shit. They are monsters.
It'd be pretty cool to have like a guard one.
That would be cool. They would be like, if you
Like
had a
20
mouse or
rat
rat problem, these are the answer. Like they could, I think an ermine that is literally this long, they're like 6 inches long. I think they could take down like a Norwegian, like 16-inch rat, like one of the big New York ones. And these are the animal fights that I'm trying to see. Like, I don't care about dog fighting. I want to see small rodents pitted against each other.
I'm just gonna say, I don't give a fuck about dog fighting.
Well, I mean, I think
want
that it's
that
bad.
stated.
I think that it's bad, but I don't care for it, is what I meant. But what I do care for is rodent fighting. Now
You
that
can care about both.
is something. Well, yeah, but I don't like
You
dog
can
fighting.
participate in a lot. Did you have a bad experience at one or something?
Yeah.
Normally they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I prefer bird fights and not even cock fights. Like, I want to see parakeet fights.
That'd be cool. I want fucking ostriches.
Oh,
Some
that would
big
be
birds
That would be good. You know about the emu wars,
in Australia.
and they lost.
So embarrassing.
We would never. If emus invaded America, dude, we would be having emu for every meal, and like they would go extinct.
Temu, emu. Is
Oh,
it
I
turkey?
hate Temu.
You do?
The website that sells cheap things that are made by kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah. Bad like a dog fight. Like you just
Like
don't like to.
Worse.
Worse than a dog
Worse
fight.
than dog fighting. Temu is worse than dog fighting. You heard it here first.
Okay. Cool. I do like cheap goods. And if dogfighting is better than that, how could I not like it?
What if dogfighting was like they taught the dogs like how to actually box, and they put boxing gloves on them, and they like just kind of walked up to each other in the boxing gloves and were like,
They do like dog, like the slap fight where they just
and they just kind of walk up and they're like,
What if like, but
And
imagine
the
a
first-
dog like actually fucking decking another, like,
No, that would be crazy.
the dog just like,
But that's why it's funny to think, like, imagine, like, how they would actually look with boxing mitts on. They're, like, walking around all awkward. And then they,
Boxing
like,
mutts.
and then they try to, like, and they just kind of bonk the other one on the nose. It's like,
it's like doing the walk when they. Why are dogs so dumb when you cover their feet up?
I don't know.
Like, goodness.
Okay, so what's the first one you want to do?
I don't know. Which one do you think would be most likely to see a bear?
To see a bear?
Yeah.
Probably one of the Idaho City ones or the Garden Valley ones. Or
Well-
Lowman.
Okay. Well then, something like that.
Okay. Maybe like, well, it's winter time now, so there's going to be snow up there.
Right. Right.
Coyote Rock,
That sounds cool.
right? That's in the Boise front.
Wait, that picture right there where your pinky's on. Is
That's
that
Stack Rock.
Stack Rock?
Yeah.
That place is cool. That'd be a fun hike.
We go to Stack Rock. I think there's some snow up there right now.
I've been by it, but I have never gone.
Oh, all the
To
way
the
to the rock. I've never been to it either, and it's crazy. Like, that's the wild thing. Like, I'm looking at these, and I'm like, how have I not done these? And I've lived here for 5 fucking years. Also, how have I lived here for 5 fucking years? That's sad.
Jeez.
Sorry.
You need to be water, man.
Yeah, I know.
Get more wet. You need to be soaking.
Okay.
You need to be sopping
So-
moist.
Coyote Rock looks like it's up by Stack Rock. Maybe? It's only at 1.8 miles out and back.
Like round trip? Or 1.8 to there.
Out
1.8
and back,
oh,
so round trip.
Yeah,
That's super short.
easy.
Yeah. It says that it's up. It says season is mid-June through September, though. This might be an issue.
Mid-June.
But I mean, I guess we. The Coyote Rock is located a few miles northwest of Morehead Mountain. The sizable granite rock formation sits on a north-facing hillside surrounded by dense forest and offers compelling vistas when looking west and north across the Boise National Forest.
Compelling this.
Although not as impressive as the nearby Stack Rock, Coyote Rock is worthy a destination and sees a fraction of the visitors because it is not an established trail.
What's their like criteria for like it's not as good as like how do they know? What there's just more trees?
I think it's just the views probably aren't like as like full, so like there's still probably a ridge that's in your way or whatever when coming to see the city. Whereas Stack Rock, you get like a full panoramic probably.
But like what if the other one makes with no view makes up for it in awesome fishing? Like is it just based off of the author's opinion?
Yeah.
Like honestly, I think Coyote Mountain sucks shit. You should go to Stack Rock.
I mean,
It's
I
more
guess
doper.
they could have like gotten.
This is based on the boulder scale. I passed 6 boulders going to
The trail
Coyote Rock.
begins as an old Jeep track, and quickly ascends nearly 100 feet to a broad ridgeline. From here, continue west, passing below a few old-growth ponderosa pines as the trail transitions to a wide single track at 0.3 miles. The trail undulates a bit, passing ponderosa pines, snow brush, and small outcroppings. At a half-mile, descend 100 feet to several mid-sized granite croppings. At a 7 mile, this is a good destination. If you look north, you can see Coyote Rock about 200 feet below. Wait, so Harris Creek, Moores Mountain, outcropping, trailhead right
Less
here.
is mountain.
What is this road?
Probably dirt.
Huh. Okay, well, I don't know if we'll be able to do that one. But we could do some of the ones in like Mountain Home.
We could
There's
trek
one
down.
Teapot Dome.
We could trek down the hill we live on to across the river to the liquor store
Mm-hmm.
with our poles, of course.
Yep, obviously.
And then we could just get like whatever there.
Mm-hmm.
We could forage whatever,
Yep.
with whatever resources we have, like a pocket knife and a wallet and ID and a credit card.
Yeah.
And then we can trek back
Uh-huh.
here
Okay.
and then drink
Okay.
or survive.
Yes.
We could camp, if you will, come from the outside into this shelter and prepare our gatherings. And then we could like get in a car that was foraged from nature at some point. And then drive really fast for survival.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Drive where?
Just around.
Just around. After we trek.
After we've been surviving.
So we trek to get liquor.
Yeah.
Forage for the liquor. Then we trek home.
Yeah.
To drink the liquor.
Well, prepare our harvests.
Our harvest. And then we drive.
Yeah. For survival. Because we're camping.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's a survival scenario. I don't want to, but like we got to live.
Yeah. For sure.
It's like you're not allowed to kill a bald eagle, but if you're gonna die and there's one right there that's like, kill me, then like, you could fry that thing up.
Yeah. That makes sense. So according to the book, the only treks we can do during the like winter months are like 4,000 feet and below usually.
Okay. How many hikes are there then?
That's still like a good amount of trekking. Like there's still probably.
But like if there's only 4,000 foot treks, I suppose I could maybe go on a hike if there's other options. But I would just prefer
Above a 4,000 foot trek?
just a trek.
A trek of any.
But if there's any hikes.
Okay, I'm going to read you some of the words from the Galas book, and I want you to tell me what they mean.
From the what?
Deadfall.
Isn't that when a tree is dead and then it falls over?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like it's dead and doesn't like look like it, but it's like dead on the inside or something, and it's like dangerous.
Deadfall is a mass of fallen trees and branches.
Well then.
Okay, what is a cairn?
A cairn?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how a Midwestern person pronounces what's growing in their fields.
Cairn. Correct.
Correct.
What's a snag?
Wait, what is a
cairn? A cairn is a mound of stacked rocks built as an indicator of trail direction.
Oh, I was not going to guess that. What are the other terms?
Okay, yeah, there's some more. Another one would be braided.
Like three things tied together? Is that
Kind of, yeah. That's part of how they got to the.
What's the context of this?
It's like a stream. Like the stream is braided. At this point, when the stream becomes braided, go.
Is that when it kind of, I guess, comes apart into a couple different tributaries or something?
Yeah, it says it's sometimes used to describe a creek or river where it divides into several streamlets.
Streamlets.
I like that.
I'm just glad it didn't say crick at all.
Ford.
Fix it again, Tony. I've actually heard this.
You know
term
this
before.
one for sure.
Tell me.
To cross a creek or river by walking or wading.
Yeah, was not going to guess that.
Okay, what about a saddle?
A saddle?
Mm-hmm.
Like on a mountain where it kind of...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Low point on a ridge between two summits. Scramble.
Yeah. In golf, like when you the furthest you play from like the furthest shot.
No, walking over rough terrain.
Oh, that's called trekking, baby.
Snag. Snag's a dead tree that like could come down, like a hazard tree, basically.
Oh. Okay. Good to know.
Talus.
I don't know.
It's a mass of rock debris, usually at the base of a slope or cliff. So, like at the thinking spot, all those rocks below it. I guess that's a talus.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Those are all the ones that aren't like horribly obvious. Polecat Loop Trail we could do. It's here. It's 5.2 miles, 600 feet. It's number 1. I've done it on my bike. It's over on Hill Road.
What's so special about it?
Nothing really.
Okay, cool.
Looks kind of drab, to be honest. This is a photo.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Okay. It doesn't say, like, while you're here, check out 10 paces due east. You'll see a cool stag.
Views with
snag.
many prominent geographical features surrounding Boise, including Table Rock, the Boise Skyline, Treasure Valley, the Oahe Mountains, Lucky Peak, Doe Ridge, and Schaefer Butte. Late April through May is a good time to see wildflowers. Segments of the trail venture through dense stands of bitterbrush, sagebrush, and rabbitbrush, adding to the hiking experience.
Fun.
Even though the area is less than 5 air miles from downtown Boise, there is a decent chance of seeing wildlife, including deer, coyote, quail, and raptors. I saw a coyote when I was coming down from Bogus on my
What was
birthday.
that last animal you said?
Raptors? Like birds?
Damn it.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, neat. That sounds like fun.
Dry Creek Shingle Creek Semi-Loop, 13.8 miles.
That's a good one.
This one is
Over-
very strenuous, is what it says in difficulty.
very strenuous. Okay, is that?
It
what
says,
is that?
along with Freddy's Stack Rock Trail, see Hike 9. This hike is arguably one of the best hikes in the Boise foothills. The diverse outing explores both Shingle Creek and Dry Creek drainages, which both have flowing creeks year-round. Dry Creek is, ironically, the larger of the two creeks and spanned by many wooden bridges and skinny logs. That's fun. Dense forest of ponderosa pine, Douglas fir, and lodgepole is found at the upper elevations above 4,400 feet of both drainages. These are all on Bogus Basin Road.
Yeah, that one sounds fun.
That one's like, I guess you get to it from Cartwright.
Karen Cartwright. I need you to sing onto my penis.
Oh, wait, no, that's Polecat Loop on the map there. Never mind. I was going to say, yeah, Dry Creek's definitely on Bogus Basin Road.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the map of that. So that one's got probably a lot of 5 Mile Gulch, Watchman, Three Bears Loop. That's the one that's right out here that I've ridden on my bike a million times. It's literally like right outside our house.
Sorry for getting topical on your asses.
Sorry, I should.
Topography.
Topography. I love maps.
The maps are cool.
Maps are sick. I was thinking about this for when we go on our road trip. We should buy some atlases.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we should like mark our trip with like Sharpie
Okay.
and circle cities like that we're gonna stop in and stuff.
I'm just warning you, I'm going to say at last so many times.
Sick.
That's going to mean hand it to me.
Copy.
I want to be like driving with a giant axe. It's like upside down or something. Like, I think we're going the wrong way.
Dude, that was my dream as a kid, was to like have a big RV and a family where I could be like, give me the fucking map. And I'm like driving it and driving the RV and I'm like, God damn it. We took a left in Albuquerque and we should have gone right.
You're drinking like just a really, really hot coffee with an open
Huge
lid.
big gulp.
Damn it. Ah!
Yes.
Just on the like 405 in LA. It'd be so rad. kids in the back smoking.
What do you got going on this week?
What do I got going on? Like this current week?
Yeah,
like
what do you got coming
here
up?
till tomorrow?
I guess, I mean, next week.
Next. Let's say during the week, not a whole lot. And then I have a show on Saturday at some place on Chinden. What about you?
I have a show on, I think it's on Friday. I have a show at the Social on 8th on Friday.
Nice.
Yeah. Should be fun. I think it's on Friday. It's on the 11th.
I think I was under the impression that was Saturday.
Well, you know
We
what?
should verify
Let's
for the
check
two
a
of us.
calendar.
I could be totally wrong.
Today is Saturday and it's the 4th, which
That's
means that
awesome.
you're probably correct, and you are. Saturday is the 11th. My show is on Saturday.
Nice, dude. What kind of show is yours?
I think it's just a regular old comedy showcase. I think everyone's doing 10 to 15, and there's maybe 5 or 6 of us.
Nice, dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then I also have my first night of my weekly open mic that I'm hosting starting on Monday.
On Mondays, huh?
On Mondays at 9 p.m. Every Monday at 9 p.m. at the Voodoo Cellar. Online signups.
Online signups.
We'll also offer in-person signups because I'm sure people will no show. And,
Cool, man.
but priority will go to online signups.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fun. That's an easier mic to get to on a Monday.
Yep.
And it's at 9, you said?
It's at 9.
a little bit later.
It is
Cool.
a little later. Yep. I think that, and the later it starts at 9, and the Mad Swede Monday Coal Road mic starts at 7:30. So I'm thinking that gives plenty of time. Usually the Monday Mad Swede mic wraps up around 9:30 at the latest. So that gives plenty of time for all comics to make it to both mics. You might have to be later on both lists, but you know what? 2 mics in a night, that's how they do it in real cities. I've done it. A lot of people have done it. It's kind of fun running around town to do mics.
Yeah.
So sign up at right now the only sign up link is at Voodoo Cellar's website. It's super easy to see. It's right on their front page. You just click Monday open mic, and then there's a contact form. You submit it. There's a couple fun quirks that we might do for the show. Maybe not, but like as far as the show itself goes, there's going to be a cap of like 15 to 20 comics every night, so that it stays in that like 90-minute to 2-hour range, and 3 to 4 minutes per comic, and it won't go above that.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Very fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna run this mic like a fucking warlord. Lots of cocaine and gunpowder.
Very cool. Very cool. Are you gonna like?
Child soldiers. Sorry, what?
Are you gonna like have some like incentive or something, like talk with the voodoo people and have like a showcase, and after a few open mics you have people like vote on whoever the best comics were, and then when you have the showcase, the best of those open mics get to do 10 minutes or whatever?
That's a good idea that I'm gonna write down.
Okay. That's what they did in when I did the mics
at the
in
Vegas?
Yeah, it's like they were doing it for a while, so they have like some regulars that come on, but at that mic, whoever wins gets like a feature spot in a thing at a real show. And it kind of gives people an incentive, and I guess it just kind of comes to like how you want to vote for who did the best. The one we did had a like text number that people just throughout the show like text who
Would
they
text the
liked.
number or whatever of the person.
They would do like their top 3 or 5 or
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, we can have every audience member give us their top 5 after every show, and then at the end of the month, we calculate who had the most votes for them, and the 5 people with the most votes could be on the showcase for like the monthly
Yeah.
showcase.
And then, yeah, and yeah. You just have like a Google number or something that you make, and you're cruising, baby. And then it also, I think, keeps like people who are just drunk and like are just, I'm gonna go up there and like it'll probably keep them a little more away.
That's kind of like where the online signups is coming for, and also just to give out of towners a place where they can sign up ahead of time, and know that they have a spot, you know, because like I feel like when I am going to open mics in other cities, a lot of the reason for if I'm going to go or not is if I know I can get on stage, right? And so like if it's one of those ones that limits capacity, like which a lot of the clubs do, in most cases an actual comedy club will have a limited list, and a lot of places I've been to have online signups where you have to sign up almost like a month ahead of time. That's how it is at the Laughing Skull in Atlanta. Like I signed up for a mic that I'm going to be doing in April, like last week.
Nice. And
I'll do the same thing for like the ones that I go to in May and November and stuff. And then at Helium in Portland, they run it a little bit differently, where they have the signups in person and everybody comes and signs up, and then they post the list like an hour later on the door. And kind of like how that's kind of how Mothership did it, and that seems to be like kind of how the industry, which makes me think that's how it was, like, you know, classically how it's, you know, but they obviously give priority to their regulars and to people that they know, that are around, right? So like when you're traveling in, unless you have a person at that club, it can be hard to get that. But you can also leave a note next to your name that says like, I'm from out of town and I really want to go up. And we've seen that work for some people at the Mothership when we thought maybe that they would be like, oh, fuck you for that, you know. But don't be afraid to ask for things. Is the lesson there?
Have a little,
like, know what to ask for.
Yeah.
Know your place, but also
don't ask for dumb shit.
Yeah. But like if you've signed up for a mic 3 weeks in a row and it's your last week in town and you really want to do it, maybe say something. They might let you. It's probably not. They're not going to remember that you asked that, you know, a year later when you show up to try to get on again and be like, oh, this guy asked to get on. We can't put him on.
Speaking of clubs, did you see that Liquid is doing a comedy show soon?
I did see that, actually. And where did I see that? Was it an ad on Facebook or something? Or
I don't know. It's the Femme Fatale thing.
Oh, it is?
But they're...
Oh, that's where I saw it. It was Crystal's Facebook page. She was talking about how she was doing it there.
Yeah. That's rad.
That is rad. That's
They're
awesome.
Back.
That's really awesome. They must be realizing that Solid... I don't know if you've been into Solid for like food or anything recently.
Recently.
Every time I've been in there a few times, it has been dead every time I've been in there. And so maybe they're trying to get some more of their people back.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
It was the only like comedy club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've been to the Lounge recently at all at the end of the universe. They actually, like, Jen has got that room set up really nice for comedy right now and has been doing like a really good job of booking a lot more stand-up acts and stuff. And like she also like told me that anytime any of us comics want to go to a show there, we can just go and like watch and stuff. And
nice.
Yeah. So
right on.
And they had Hannibal Buress DJing an after party.
They did. That was nuts.
Did you go to that?
No. It was just I was at the open mic and talking with everyone, and Chris was saying like I'm gonna go after this, and then he put up a picture of him hanging out with Hannibal, and I was like, nice. I should have gone. But it was late. Yeah, I get that. It's cool that Sharma got to open for him at the knitting factory. I
I like the Knitting Factory. I've never been to a comedy show there, but it does feel like it would be a good spot for one.
I know a lot of comics have done shows there.
Mm-hmm.
It is popular for that. But whenever I tell my rave friends that they do a lot of comedy shows there, they go, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that place is for vision quests.
It can be for both. It can be for both. God knows I've had a couple of vision quests there. I also saw my first concert there, Tech 9. Got punched in the face. I was 14.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you get punched in the face?
Because I was in the mosh pit.
Okay. No. Did you just on a whim were like, I'm gonna find a way to, or were your parents like, here's a ticket to
I
Tech
lied to my
9?
mom.
What did you say? Tech 9?
Said we were gonna go see a movie. We went up there and I went, and then I got home. My mom was like, "Why do you have a black eye?" And I was like, "I fell."
It was a scary movie.
Pretty sick. And then I tried to get her to let me go to Mickey Avalon, and she was not having that. I made the mistake of telling her who it was, and then she listened to his songs, and she's like, "You can't go see this guy."
Yeah, that's fair. It's
like, come on, Mom.
I like drinking.
My dick. Yo, dick.
So rad.
We got dicks like Jesus. Okay. But yeah, fun. Oh, also, guess what's at the end of the month?
What?
Comic of the Year.
Oh.
We're both competing this year. I didn't get to compete last year because I was in Washington watching my dad's house.
Oh.
So I had to drop out. I was in it, but I was like, I'm not going to be able to make it.
For sure. Yeah. Should be fun.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I want to win.
Yeah.
I'm going to win, dude.
You're going to win?
I am showing up to win this fucking thing.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to do everything in my power.
Which is?
Write good jokes, hopefully.
Okay. We'll be fine. I thought you were going to like kill all the time. I was like, shit, he might actually win this thing.
I am going to try to invite a lot of my friends because I think it's crowd-based.
It definitely would help.
So I'm going to try to get all my friends to show up.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
To all of the rounds?
Yeah. I'll even pay for some of them.
Like, guys, I need you guys to really help me here.
Please. I need this on my resume.
I need 40 of you to have the next 4 Saturdays free.
No, that's like shitty because like the first round is on the 24th, second round's on the 25th. So it's like they're doing back-to-back days for 2 weeks.
That's probably better.
It is probably better for sure than like the 4-week string it out.
It's a long time.
Yeah. For sure. And people have things to do in life and stuff. That's like what, like I was like waiting for them to announce the list because I was like, I need to know like if I can go other places during those weekends because that's prime time for me, dude.
Yeah.
I did a lot of shows last January, but I was also in Portland.
Are we going to do another Valentine's show at Meadow Creek?
I was just thinking about that. Steffi actually messaged me a couple months ago about doing another one. And I know for a fact that we could, I kind of would want to do it a little differently this time, maybe like bring one more person and then ask for a little bit more money.
Yeah.
Like a lot more money.
We can talk about the other things about the show.
Yeah. Yeah. But the other things, like I just wanted to do like maybe some shorter, like 3 20-minute sets instead of like 2 30-minute sets, and like maybe incorporate something else in it with the, like in terms of.
We can get some of the filmmaker comics and play some of their films.
Yeah, that could be fun. Like, or we could play one of your films, like the one about the trip. That one's so funny. I would love to play that one there.
Could bring yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't know if, well, fuck, that audience is so old. They might not understand it.
Well, there's other
films. Yeah, something like that could be fun. Or we could bring, a musician friend and they could like do like a improv music line to our comedy.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
I can see my friend Kyler would be into that.
We can make an AI porn of us and play it and make just, I don't know, 45 minutes, hour and a half long. And we probably won't even have to do stand-up.
Yeah, we could just sit in the audience.
Be like, enjoy, everybody. And
then we could do like a Q&A afterwards. We come out and sit on some stools and we're like, so what did you think of that film?
I'm going to wear a turtleneck. I'm going to grease my hair back
and
so hard.
Circular rim glasses. Just go full like...
I'm going to look like such a douche.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I like that. I like that a lot. We're at 51 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have to pee atrociously bad.
Atrocious. All right.
Do you want
bad. We can.
Okay.
We can be done. All right. 'Twas fun.
Also, our website is updated with new stuff, so go check it out.
Fart. Oh, wait.